Some things are built to be used, others are built to be felt. What you are about to see today belongs to the second category, and I promise you, by the end of this video, you will understand exactly why. Welcome back to the channel. We are standing inside a showroom, in front of the Rolls-Royce Phantom, widely regarded as the finest expression of automotive luxury in the world. This is not going to be a typical car review. We are going to slow down, look closely, and I am going to show you details that most people walk right past without ever noticing. Let's begin. Before we even open a door, just look at this for a second. The body stretches over 5.5 meters, and yet nothing about it feels heavy or excessive. It feels deliberate, like every inch was argued over before it was approved. The front grille, called the Pantheon grille, is not stamped out by a machine. It is polished by hand, sometimes for hours, until it catches light in exactly the way Rolls-Royce demands. And above it stands the spirit of ecstasy. Now here's something almost nobody notices. This figure is designed to lean forward slightly, as if she is already in motion before the car has moved an inch. Small detail, but that's the whole story of this brand. Obsession over things you'd never think to check. Now walk with me to the side, because this is where it gets theatrical. These are coach doors, hinged at the back instead of the front, opening in complete reverse. Rolls-Royce calls them coach doors deliberately, a quiet nod to horse-drawn carriages, because this brand's philosophy is still rooted there. Now look down at the wheels. These are spirit wheels. And here is the detail that genuinely stops people mid-sentence. No matter how fast this car is moving, the Rolls-Royce emblem at the center of the wheel always stays perfectly upright. Not a sticker trick, not decoration, an actual mechanical marvel hidden in plain sight, spinning silently underneath a badge that never spins at all. All right. Exterior done, but honestly, this is where most reviews stop, and that's a mistake. Because the real story of this car isn't outside, it's in here. Watch what happens the moment this door opens. Soft ambient light spills out first and then under your feet. Lamb's wool floor mats, so dense, so soft, that stepping onto them genuinely feels like stepping onto a cloud. I'm not exaggerating for effect. Sit in this car once, and you'll understand why people say that. Sit down, and you're resting on full Napa leather. Heated, cooled, and massaging. But the real surprise is in the back. The rear seats offer so much legroom that a fully grown adult can recline completely flat and sleep, uninterrupted for hours. And that single detail explains something important. Most owners of this car have never actually driven it. They are driven in it, which changes everything about how this cabin was designed. On the dashboard sits a feature simply called the gallery, a glass panel where owners display personal artwork. A family crest, sometimes even hand embroidery, whatever tells their story best. In the center, a classic analog clock sits right beside a fully digital instrument cluster. Old world and new world side by side on purpose, because Rolls-Royce refuses to fully abandon either one. And when the sound system finally comes on, the bespoke audio system doesn't just play music, it fills this cabin the way a live orchestra fills a concert hall. And you feel that difference immediately. Now here's where it gets even more interesting, because this car isn't just beautiful, it's genuinely powerful. Under the hood is a 6.25-liter twin-turbo V12 engine producing around 563 horsepower, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour. Just 5.4 seconds, faster than most sports cars people love to brag about. But the real engineering flex isn't speed, it's silence. At highway speed inside this cabin, you will hear almost nothing from that engine. Rolls-Royce spent decades, quite literally decades, chasing this exact silence, and that obsession is precisely why this driving experience earned its nickname, the magic carpet ride. So put it all together for a second. The Starlight headliner, the handcrafted gallery, the self-leveling wheels, the massage seats, that concert hall sound system, and a philosophy that refuses to cut a single corner. This isn't a list of features anymore. It's a mindset built into steel and leather. And that's why, even standing in a showroom surrounded by other luxury vehicles, this Phantom doesn't compete for attention, it simply commands it without trying. Alright, the question you've probably been waiting for this entire video. What does this actually cost? In India, the Rolls-Royce Phantom starts at approximately 9.5 to 10.5 crore rupees, ex-showroom, and depending on how deeply an owner chooses to personalize it, that number climbs significantly higher, which tells you something important. This isn't a car you simply buy. It's a car you commission, piece by piece, detail by detail, and that is the Rolls-Royce Phantom, a car that has spent decades earning its reputation. Not through marketing, but through relentless, almost stubborn attention to detail. It's a reminder that true luxury never rushes, never shouts, and never needs to prove itself twice. If even one detail in this video surprised you today, let me know which one in the comments. I'm genuinely curious. And if you enjoyed this walkthrough, consider subscribing. There's a lot more where this came from. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Some things are built to be used, others are built to be felt. And what you're about to see today belongs to the second category. No exceptions, no debate. By the time this video ends, you're going to look at luxury completely differently, I promise you that. Welcome back to the channel. We're standing inside a showroom, right in front of the Rolls-Royce Phantom, widely considered the finest expression of automotive luxury on the planet. This isn't going to be a typical walk-around video. We're going to slow down, get close, and I'm going to point out details that 90% of people walk straight past without ever noticing. Ready? Let's go. Before we even touch a door handle, just look at this for a second. Really look. The body stretches over 5.5 meters, and yet somehow nothing about it feels heavy or excessive. It feels deliberate, like every single inch was argued over in a design room before anyone signed off on it. The front grille, called the Pantheon grille, isn't stamped out by some machine on an assembly line. It's polished by hand, sometimes for hours, until it catches light in exactly the way Rolls-Royce demands, not a shade less. And right above it stands the spirit of ecstasy. Now here's something almost nobody clocks. This figure is designed to lean forward ever so slightly, as if she's already moving before the car has covered a single inch. Tiny detail. But that tiny detail is basically the entire personality of this brand. Obsession over things you'd never even think to check. Now come with me to the side, because this is where it turns theatrical. These are coach doors, hinged at the back instead of the front, opening in complete reverse of a normal car. Rolls-Royce named them that on purpose. A quiet nod to horse-drawn carriages, because believe it or not, this brand's entire philosophy still lives there. Now drop your eyes to the wheels for a second. These are called spirit wheels. And here's the detail that actually stops people mid-sentence. No matter how fast this car is moving, the Rolls-Royce badge at the center of the wheel always stays perfectly upright. Not a sticker, not a trick of the eye, an actual hidden mechanism, spinning silently underneath a logo that refuses to spin at all. Okay, exterior's done. And honestly, this is exactly where most reviews stop, which is a mistake, because the real story of this car isn't out here, it's in there. Watch what happens the second this door swings open. Soft ambient light spills out first. And then right under your feet, lamb's wool floor mats, so dense, so soft, that stepping onto them genuinely feels like stepping onto a cloud. I know that sounds like a line from a brochure, but sit in this car once, just once, and you'll stop doubting it. Sit down. And you're resting on full Napa leather, heated, cooled, and massaging on command. But the real surprise is waiting in the back. The rear seats offer so much legroom that a fully grown adult can recline